Don't let anybody sit in your seat and replace you, because they might.
Star Jones made a name for herself during the 9 years she spent on The View. But unfortunately, after she left the show in 2006, we started hearing less and less from her. And just like that, she stopped being a household name. So what happened to Star in her career? And why does it seem like she just disappeared after 2006? Without wasting any time, let's dive straight into this story. In July 2006, Star made an announcement that stunned everyone. After spending 9 years on the hit daytime show The View, she announced that she was leaving. According to Star, she left because her contract wasn't renewed, not because she wanted to. So leaving the show wasn't just a surprise for us, it was a surprise for her too. But that didn't change the fact that it happened, so she was forced to move on to other things. After leaving The View, Star made a return to her original network, Court TV, which is now known as truTV. She became its new executive editor of daytime programming. Unfortunately, she only worked this job for 6 months before she got fired again. This time, though, it wasn't because of her contract not getting renewed. Instead, it was because truTV was making changes in their programming selection. And apparently, Star was quote-unquote, too serious for the type of news truTV wanted to do, so they wanted her gone. And when she left, their ratings dropped with her. Outside of work, Star also had a lot going on for her in her personal life. It's no secret that for the longest time, she struggled with her weight and being comfortable in her body. According to her, she grew up in a house where money was tight, but that didn't stop them from eating a lot of good food. So the type of dinner you typically have on Sunday practically happened every night. And because her mother wanted her children well fed at all times, no one ever told her or anyone else to stop eating whenever they ate too much. Now, not only did Star and her siblings eat a lot, but they also didn't work out much, or work out at all. In Star's words, exercise wasn't discouraged, but it was also not encouraged. So naturally, she wasn't interested in fitness or anything related to fitness. Even when she noticed that she was starting to get on the big side as a teen, she didn't think of it as anything because most girls her age were almost as big. Star admitted that while she was grateful for the confidence that her parents managed to instill in her despite her being on the bigger side, she wished someone would have told her to put her fork down and get active. As Glamour reported in 1991, after Star left her job as a senior district attorney in Brooklyn to start a new one as a legal correspondent at News, it was clear that a lot of people there weren't used to her size or okay with it. This was another sign for her to start making the right choices health-wise. But like every other sign she had gotten before this, she ignored it and did something that made her situation even worse. As the new girl in the office, she wanted to fit in really bad and get along with everyone, even though she knew most of them didn't really like her. Still, she went ahead with her plan. Star attended every office party and gathering, and whenever she had looks thrown her way, she would just eat some more and keep it going. It didn't take long after this for her to weigh 225 pounds at 5'5". But somehow she managed to convince herself once again that her weight was okay. In her mind, she was okay. But her weight started to get really out of control in 2002 after she gained over 75 pounds in 17 months. After this, her health slowly started declining too. It was so bad that in 2003, she had to get a gastric bypass surgery done on her to lose weight. She didn't open up about what she went through until 4 years later in 2007 during an interview. In her interview with Glamour, she spoke about how she couldn't breathe without sounding winded, couldn't walk without getting tired, sleep without snoring, or take a flight without using a seatbelt extender. So she knew that something had to be done about her weight, and getting the surgery seemed like her best bet. Thanks to the surgery, she was able to drop down to 140 pounds. Unfortunately, a few years after this, she let herself go again and started gaining the weight that she had lost. According to a source close to Star, her lifestyle was to blame for everything that was happening. Apparently, Star loves breakfast from fast food joints, mac and cheese for lunch, and a whole pizza for dinner. But it's worse at night when she's home alone because she'll sit in bed watching TV and downing a couple of burgers and fries. Earlier this year, Star talked to people about her weight loss journey so far. She spoke about how the most important thing for everyone should be prioritizing their health, and she has chosen to live instead of losing her life. She spoke about how her weight was slowly ending her life and how it had given her a heart disease that she had to have open heart surgery for. And if she didn't decide to make healthy decisions, she wouldn't be where she is right now. Right now, her advice to other people is to eat less and move more because this works every time. But Star's professional life and health health weren't the only things in her life that went through a drastic change after she left The View. Her relationship status also changed. After her high-profile marriage to Al Reynolds came crashing down in 2008, Star kept her relationship status private for the most part. That was until she decided to go public in 2016 when she got together with Ricardo Lugo. She revealed the relationship by attending the 8th Annual Children's Museum of the East End Family Affair in Bridgehampton with Ricardo and his son Jake. Star and Ricardo met through a dating app, and it didn't take long for them to just click. Like Star, Ricardo is an attorney who has held multiple roles throughout his career. As People magazine reported, he's also served as the Deputy General Counsel, Chief Investigator, and Chief Deputy Clerk of the Cook County Clerk of Court. After chatting for about 8 weeks, they went on their very first date together. What was supposed to be a single date turned into a 4-day date. And since then, they've practically been inseparable. They got married in 2018 and renewed their vows last year. Star describes Ricardo as the love of her life. In her words, she's got her work for women, her consulting company, and now she gets to do life with a man that she loves and a child that adores her so much. It doesn't get any better than this. Although Star isn't as famous as she once was, she's currently living her best life. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, isn't it? What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on her journey so far? Let me know in the comments below.